I'm Andrey, and I'm a private chef and also a YouTuber these days. This is Think of Food. Usually I'm working in restaurants, caterings, hotels and all of this, but with the COVID and everything, most of people in the food industry, restaurants and hospitality are laid off or unemployed, and I'm one of them in a certain way. I thought when the lockdown started how to continue doing what I like, which is cooking, and I came up with the idea of doing a YouTube channel. It took me 1.5 months just to learn how to edit, doing music with the YouTube, how YouTube is actually working and how to do everything. I managed it. I'm still learning. It's a process of continued learning, but I really enjoy it, and I'm actually cooking at my home and trying to make it simple as possible for everybody at home to cook almost like in a restaurant without too much equipment or too complicated of the techniques. So it's going to be really simple for the regular person to cook at home. I was born in Ukraine, but I lived 20 years in Israel, and now I'm here in Toronto, Canada. My style of cooking is cross cultures. What I mean by that, it's like I used to travel a lot before COVID and everything. I was in South America, Peru, Argentina, Uruguay, Europe, Italy, Spain, Turkey. I'm from Middle East and Eastern Europe, you know, Ukraine and Israel and all of those parts. So I saw a lot of cultures, I saw a lot of ingredients, techniques, talked to people and worked in different restaurants. And from this knowledge, I sometimes like take one ingredient and make it in a way that they used to make it in different place. Or like, for example, taking two techniques, combining them together, maybe changing them a little bit and bringing something new, you know, flavors, ingredients, cultures, stories and all of this. Because when sometimes you give the customer a dish, he's like not sure sometimes if he's from this culture that he used something, technique or like ingredient, like he's not sure, should I say something? I know something that's similar to this, and like you're like, you're thinking about this ingredient or this technique, and like, yeah, of course. Like, because when I was young, I used to eat this, and like this is the reaction that I want to bring to people, you know, sometimes to bring memory or flavor or something, and you have after that conversation and you can learn even more from this person or from this culture. I was inspired to be a chef, I think around 12, 13, when I used to go with my mother to help her in restaurants, when she used to work in restaurants in Israel as a second job at night as a dishwasher. And I was going with her and I was really enjoying the environment and like the people, how everything is working. I know sometimes for some people it's like too noisy and all of this stuff, but I really like the rush and all of this. And like I used to help the waiters with the polish and organizing the dining room, helping my mother in the kitchen and all of this stuff. And this is how it felt, because after that I went to work in a local market in our city, and I used to work in vegetable stands, fish and meat shops there. And I started to really like the ingredients also and everything. I used to talk with a lot of people, and some of them started to encourage me about thinking on chef career in the future. And I searched a little bit about it, found a culinary school in Israel, and I went there. And before that I started to work already in the meat restaurant for 1 year. And from there the process is a little bit evolved. I like pasta, but pasta is where you're making the dough and you can shape it as you like. You can do whatever you want with it. You can make penne, you can make lasagna, pappardelle, fettuccine, cavatelli, you know, all of this stuff. And like from here you can expand, you know, you can expand to different cultures, different ingredients, you know, and like make different sauce. So like come up with something new. This is what I like about pasta. And also like pasta, you have in different cultures the different type of pasta, and also you see the similarity, and after that you're starting to think how I can use it in different dish, or like if I'm going to combine this with this, or like with this flavor with this flavor. And again, from this process you have so much to expand to. And also with a good bottle of wine, it's going to be amazing. My proudest accomplishments through my career, not going crazy, not quitting, I'm assuming. As a lot of my friends now are leaving the hospitality industry, I'm still staying. I'm the crazy one, and I think I'm going to continue to be crazy, but I'm proud of it because this is what I like. This is what I want to continue to do in the future, and I don't think I'm going to quit so easily. But again, we need to adapt. You know, this is why I started the YouTube channel, and I didn't know nothing about filming editing and all of this process. And now I'm not a specialist, but it's a process that is continuing learning. Cooking tips for people who cooking at home: watch the channel. Joking. If you want, you can watch the channel, but try to make it simple. Focus on one ingredient, not more than one or two. This is like how I'm doing stuff sometimes, because if you put in too much, you losing it, you're losing the customer, you're losing the people who are you're trying to please. Focus on something one, and from it you can go. You know, if you don't like the shape, try to supplement it with a good sauce. If you don't like the bitterness or like the loosiness, try to enhance it with something else, or like cover it with a different ingredient. So think about how you want to do it before you're actually cooking it. Cooking is a process. It's not just you're going to take a knife, you're going to take a pan, and you know how to cook. You know, you need to. It doesn't work like that. You need to sit, think how you want things to look at the end, how you want the customer to eat it, or the person you are cooking for, and from it, this is your start. Words of encouragement. Hopefully, and I really believe so, that all of this is going to end, hopefully soon. And I'm really encouraging myself also in it. And very important, support your local businesses, try to buy local, try to buy small. Go out, talk to people, with a distance and everything, yeah? But talk to people, talk to business owners, small business owners that are struggling now in these days, and try to help them and hear their story also. When you're going out and buying from a local store, try to talk how you feel, how things are going. Try to bring the conversation. This is what changing the communities, and this is what's going to help us and everybody to go through it. Thank you very much. I'm Andrey. This is Think of Food.